this morning in central Iowa. Not sure what the temperature is, 70s something, low 70s I think. Looks like we might have a shower or two roll through here after a while, but don't think we're supposed to get much. Got the doors on the Bronco. I think they are pretty well lined up. Might need to tweak them just a little bit. And now I'm going to try to get these, get the front fenders and the hood put on this girl. Will be good to get the fenders out of there, and then I can put other things in there, such as the welder. And wouldn't you know it, it started raining. We actually need some rain, so this is good. This is good. Not a downpour, just a good rain. Unlike some people, like out in Oregon, just talked to James out there at Central Oregon Shenanigans. He's got sunshine and he's going to be mowing. But if you haven't heard, I'm heading out there, going to be towards the end of August and first part of September for a couple weeks. Going to be painting up Kyle's truck and just having a good old time. And there's going to be quite a few videos between the two of us going back and forth. So if you haven't subscribed to James and Kyle at Central Oregon Shenanigans, I'd suggest that you head over there and do that. I'll link them down below and also on the end screen. I have some of the hardware. I painted it up and waiting for paint to dry. Had the fan blowing on it. And now I'm going to bring the fender over and see if I can get it set up into place. Alright, I think I got it on here. I'll show you what I did here in just a second. I'm going to have to do a little adjusting back here. Alright, I'm going to pull this back off of here for a second. What I had to do is I had to loosen this up, slide this as far that way as I could, and loosen these 4 bolts up. And I moved this just barely, just so the edge of the black part was right on the edge of the radiator support there, and then it went on. Don't want to leave it sitting there because I don't want it to fall off, which I don't think it would as long as I got it on those pegs on the front, but I'd rather get it off. I need to put the little fasteners down here that the bolts screw into, which they are still a little bit tacky. So I'm going to turn that fan back on, might run up the house, get something to eat, and then we'll get that fender put on. Alrighty guys, it's been a couple of days. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Hot day today. I mean, not really. It's like, I think it's like 85 maybe out right now, but there's like no wind. And that sun is really hot. It's a very hot 85. Anyway, on this fender, I put that up on my community tab the other night here on YouTube, asking if you saw it. And I wasn't referring to the gap down here. This fender is just sitting on here. It's not solidly mounted up or anything. It's got like it's got one bolt kind of halfway in. Nothing up in the front, it's just sitting here on the pegs. And so, and that bolt down there, that isn't in either. So there's some adjusting left to do here. And somebody just commented a little while ago asking if something got tweaked after removing all the parts. And no, that's not what happened. It's this darn aftermarket fender. It was bent. And the funny thing is, you couldn't see it out here. You just couldn't see it, and you couldn't see it in there. I mean, if you really examined it, you could, but it was just enough of a real slow bend, and it bent this way back. It was hitting here, wouldn't fit, and it still doesn't fit very good. Hopefully, I'm gonna take it back off. I'm gonna see if I can kind of pound this out and see. Like down here, it lines up as far as in and out and everything with the door real good. Up here it's too far in. It's like bent too much this way, and that may just be the way it's going to have to be because we're not buying a new fender for it. Just not going to do it. So that's what's up with that. The driver's side fender I put on there just a little bit ago, it slid right on. No problem whatsoever with that. The door on the driver's side needs tweaked just a little bit, so I need to pull that fender back off and adjust the door, and then I think the driver's side is going to be good. And I'm not going to do any of that on camera. It's a tedious, time-consuming thing. You may learn a few words if I were to record that, which let's just not do that. So I'm just gonna do that off camera. And in the next video, the fenders and hood should be on this thing. There is one little tiny place, the hood's upside down right now, but there is one little tiny place in the hood. And on my green truck, I can kind of show you, it's the right on that center line. There's a little tiny dent right in here. Shouldn't be too hard to fix, so I'm going to do that. Then all we have to do, we're gonna sand her down and paint her. So I'm hoping to get the Bronco completely painted this week. If not this week, hopefully the next week, because I'm gonna have to ship my paint gun out to James and Kyle, because I'm going out there to paint Kyle's truck here 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today, I'm gonna be coming to Oregon. Gonna paint Kyle's new truck up. It's gonna be a pretty truck, and there might be a little surprise for old Kyle's truck. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed to those guys, you need to go do it. We're gonna be posting up a lot of videos while I'm there. I'm gonna be there for 2 weeks. Going to be putting up a lot of videos. Some of it may be the same sort of content, but from a different perspective, different personality, different angle. So go subscribe to them. I will link them down below and on the end screen. I highly recommend you do that, because we're going to be doing a lot. And it may not be all truck stuff either. I think we're going to do some general vlogging while I'm out there. Just we're going to go have some fun at the same time as working on, I mean, the primary reason I'm going out there is to paint Kyle's truck, but we're gonna be doing some other things as well. I think it's gonna be a real good time. And like I said in that quick little update I did, last night, Friday night, I believe, his truck is much like my truck. It's got an automatic in it. It's two-tone like this. It's not Oxford white down the middle. It's kind of a little bit of an off-white, I can't remember what it's called. And then top and bottom, I think, is desert copper. And we were having a little bit of trouble finding paint out there. I get my paint up at O'Reilly's. It's Nason is what I use. It's made by DuPont, not their highest end, but I don't think it's the lowest end stuff either that you can get. However, O'Reilly's out in Oregon, doesn't seem to be any out there that mix paint. So we were having kind of a problem finding paint. They called around to some places and they found some, but they were wanting like $1,700. I think that was just for the base. So I did some digging around as well, and I made a couple of phone calls out to Oregon there, and I think we're getting it lined up. Well, I know we do. It's a done deal. So we have the two base colors. His kind of copperish red. I think they've mentioned salmon before. That's kind of what it looks like, but we have that base color, his white down the middle, we have that base color, and we're working on getting some primer and clear. Looking at a couple of different options, and we should have that all figured out here in the next few days. So really looking forward to going out and seeing those guys, and hope we don't get into too much trouble, but really like to get this painted first before I head out there. And like I said, I need to get it painted so I can ship my paint gun out there. So have a little bit of work here to do, not a whole lot, just got to, I'm going to take this fender off. I'm going to see if I can tweak that a little bit better and get it formed into shape, and probably going to have to put some filler on it and stuff, but that's not a big deal. And a little tiny spot on the hood that needs taken care of. Just seems like everything I do on this old Bronco here has given me a headache. Just this seems like nothing has gone real smooth. So hopefully we're gonna get her painted here in the next week or two. Hopefully this next week. I'm gonna try. Just gotta get the fenders and hood on, get her sanded down. I need to get the paint booth thingy all back into shape a little bit. Getting kind of saggy. It's been sitting there quite a while. Got some bird poop on it too. I need to get that all cleaned off, get her enclosed in plastic, get some fans up, and that'll be ready. And then we can get the Bronco painted. So go subscribe to those guys, James and Kyle at Central Oregon Shenanigans. I'm pretty excited to be going out there. Like I said, we're gonna have a good time, not just working on trucks, but we have other things planned as well. And like I said, I will link them down below in the description, and on the end screen there will be a button that you can click on and it'll take you to their channel. And make sure for my channel and their channel, turn on that little notification bell. That way every time we upload a video, you'll get an alert that we have uploaded. And give this video a big old thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you next time. Bye bye.